Hi guys, how's it going? It's Dragonball AG here with another Dokkan battle video. This video is going to be my review of the worldwide celebration for global Dokkan. So only really focusing on the global version rather than the JP version. I hope other people have already done their review of the celebration and the general feeling amongst the community that this was an awful celebration. Some people even saying it's the worst celebration ever. But in my opinion, this was actually a pretty good celebration, which is probably a bit controversial compared to how the rest of the community feels like. And in my opinion, it was actually a lot better celebration than what we got for the 300 million download celebration last year. So this video is going to look into comparing the worldwide celebration against the 300 million download celebration based on the following kind of criteria we've got here. So we've got the total number of Dragon Stones, the quality of the actual Dokkan Festival banners that we received, the events we received like story events, challenge events and special events, and the actual new mechanics that were introduced during the downloads during the worldwide celebration and the download celebrations. Before we continue with the rest of the video, I want to give a shout out to the Dokkan Wiki for providing all the information to help me make this video. I wanted to also give a shout out to Agent Polar Pingu for giving me this awesome thumbnail. I very much appreciate it. If you like his work, you can please check him out over at Agent Polar Pingu over on Instagram and at Marla on Twitter. Hopefully I can hook you up guys with some thumbnails, backgrounds and overlays. We'll leave links to his Twitter and Instagram in the description below, so please check him out. And anyways, let's get back to the video. So let's start off with the easy one. Number of Dragon Stones received during each celebration. For the worldwide celebration, we got a total of 900 stones in the global version of the game. I think it was slightly less in the JP version, don't have the exact number to hand. And for the 300 million download celebration, we got a total of 1,070 stones. So that is a big difference, as there's an extra 3 multi-summons on either Dokkan Fest or the Legendary Summon banner during the celebration. So the 300 million download is the winner on the total amount of Dragon Stones. At the bottom I've added a little counter to help keep track of which celebration won each round. So the next round we'll be looking at is the quality of the banners. I'm excluding the actual primary units from this kind of analysis, since as Dokkan progresses, the new units at the big celebrations will always be superior to the older units. If they weren't, less people would actually summon for what the new units were, and the game probably would have died if that wasn't the case. So let's look at what we got in the worldwide celebration if we're just excluding the 2 new units from the analysis. So apart from the new units, we got the following. We got the LR Cell, which is a year-old unit, but he's still top tier unit, especially for like Extreme Super Battle Road and Super Battle Roads. With the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, on global he's just over a year old, but still another great unit, and it's only his 3rd time returning after the 4-year anniversary. And then we've got LR Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta, which fuse into Vegeta. This is a fantastic unit, and it's aged so well since the 3-year anniversary. The transformation mechanic and the fact he gets a full heal makes him a great unit for Infinite Dragonball history and the Legendary Goku events. Transforming Bardock from the Saiyan Day, so he's only actually a 5-month-old unit or so. And then we also got the Transformers Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku, which, you know, transforms into Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, who was only released during the Goku Day celebration, so that's only like a 3.5-month-old unit by the time he was released. Then we did get a few really old units, in the sense we got the Transforming Goku from the 250 million download celebration, and we got the physical and AGL Super Vegetos, but they're all still okay units. I mean, I think people are probably fed up with seeing this Namek Goku or the Transformation Goku. But the good thing about the AGL Vegeta, he did recently just get an Easy A, so he's back up to being kind of a top tier AGL based unit. So let's look what we actually got for the 300 million download Super banner. We got the excluding the Gohan and the Android 16, we got the Transforming Vegeta from the Saiyan Day, so that's kind of same to saying, well, we got the Bardock from the Saiyan Day, and at that time he's only about, again, a 3.5-month-old unit. We got the Super Gojira, which was released in February 2009 in global, so kind of that's its equivalent to the Transforming Goku. And this was still an absolutely great top tier unit at the time he was actually released. And then we had Transforming Goku as well, which had been featured a lot by the time he was actually on the banner, even though he's only a year old at this point. So that's a bit disappointing, because I feel like a lot of people actually had this Transforming Goku, so they weren't that hyped to see him on this banner. And then we have Android 17, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Ultimate Gohan. These were all good units at the point they were released, but by the time they were on to this banner they were actually very old. So let's have a look at the extreme banners. So again, excluding the 2 brand new units for the analysis of this, we actually got for the worldwide celebration, we got LR Gohan. So he was a year old, but he's still a top tier unit. He's really good for long type of events like Legendary Goku event, Infinite Dragon Ball history, because of the fact he becomes such a good tank. And then he's also really good because he's really versatile in the sense he fits on so many different categories of teams. And then we've got the LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which again on global just over a year old, because you know, since the 4th year anniversary, but still a really quite a good unit. Yeah, he's an LR. So that's at least 2, you know, there's 4 LRs in total on this banner, so it just makes it really good. Then we also got the LR Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta Angel, which fused into Gojira. This is a fantastic unit and has aged so well since the 3rd year anniversary, just like the LR Vegeta. His transformation mechanic still makes him a great unit for Infinite Dragon Ball history and the Legendary Goku events. Then we got Cooler, which is probably the best TUR in the game at this point. Might be outdone by Gohan, who's just, well, by the time you're watching this, is probably just released on global. The Tech Gohan, the Z-Sword one that transforms into Ultimate Gohan, but he's still actually one of the top best units there. And he only came out for about he was only around 5 months on global before he's actually been put back on his banner. And then we got the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, which transforms the Majin Vegeta, which was released during the Goku Day celebration, so that's another great unit that was only like 3.5 months old. So then we also got Transforming Vegeta, the Transforming Buu, and Buhan, which are still good units, but you know, they're a bit old and dated at this point on the worldwide celebration banner. But the Buhan themselves does have an easy A and works really well on LR Buu Tanks' team. So then we've got the extreme banner from the 300 million download celebration. We've got a Transforming Buu, which to be honest isn't the greatest of units whatsoever. We then got the Dragon Ball Super Broly, which was the new unit released in February 2019, so that's really good unit. Then we got the Transforming Frieza from the 250 million download celebration. They've come back as often as the Transforming Goku, so I guess people probably still needed him at this point, and he was pretty useful as well for extreme tech because of the fact he actually heals. And then we got all the different variants of Goku Black, which at the time were still great units. I think the Goku Black, the physical one, had his Easy A in global at the point. Not 100% sure, but that would have made him more top tier. And then we also had these 2 Cells, which I believe also had their Easy A's at the point they were released, so that also made them quite well. But you know, if we look at the quality of the banners overall, the worldwide celebration is far superior to the 300 million downloads, as they had 4 LRs on each banner, which is even more than the 5-year anniversary had, and overall has better and newer Dokkan Fest units in the banners compared to those released during the 300 million download celebration. So I think it's clear that here the worldwide celebration gets the win for this round, so that's 1 apiece. So the next round we're going to do is look at the story events. So for global, we got 2 new story events, the worldwide celebration. We got the Showdown, the Ultimate Final Battle, and the Most Fearsome Majin. Now I know, strictly speaking, the Most Fearsome Majin story event was released at the end of the Kefla celebration, but it was released during the countdown, so I think it does fit. It does actually count in my mind as part of the worldwide celebration. Then we also got 2 brand new story events for the 300 million download celebrations. We got the Ultimate Confrontation, the Cell Games, and then we got the Emerge of the Mysterious Monster Cell story events. So we compared the 2 story events, we can see during the worldwide celebration that we actually got 6 brand new units, free-to-play ones that can then be farmed and Dokkan Awakened, and 3 of them can then become Easy Aid as well, whereas on the 300 million downloads we only got 2 units, so that's definitely a win for the worldwide celebration there. And then we also got slightly more stones from the worldwide celebration. So we got a total of 43 stones versus the 40 stones we got during the 300 million download celebration, so that's another win here for the worldwide celebration, so that's 2 points to 1. So the next round is Easy A and Easy A areas. For 300 million downloads we got 2 Easy A areas and exchange for the Exchange Goku and Vegeta and Trunks units. And we also got the Easy A raid event for against Cell, which was like 100 stages in total you had to try and beat. But we also got Awakening medals for the Strength Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, which then could then be Easy Aid, which then become a really good unit. So if you didn't manage to have the LR, it was a good alternative. And the first 30 stages of this, I believe, were like a traditional Easy A event where you got a stone for clearing each stage, so you got a lot more stones as well during the 300 million download celebrations for this. Not to mention we also got co-op missions for beating the Cell stage, so you know there was an encouragement to actually go all the way up to do stage 100. Whereas for the worldwide celebration we just got 3 easy areas, so I think in terms of Extreme Z battle kind of content, then the 300 million downloads did this better than the worldwide celebration, so that's another win for the 300 million downloads celebration. So then let's have a look at the challenge events, and this is pretty much the same between the two celebrations, so it's quite hard to call. In both celebrations we've got 2 Infinite Dragon Ball History stages released, then we also got a brand new Boss Rush stage as well together, and then we've got Super Battle Road on the 300 million download celebration. We've got 10 stages of that, then we've got 10 stages of the brand new event Extreme Super Battle Road over on Global. And I'm going to give the win here to the global version, over to the worldwide celebration, sorry, just because I feel like Extreme Super Battle Road was a much more challenging event, so it would take you longer to do. If you had a average to strong box, you probably could have done most of the Super Battle Road stages fairly quite straightforwardly, whereas Extreme Super Battle Road was probably more challenging, so that's why I'm going to give this one to global. Not to global, sorry, to the worldwide celebration. I keep getting myself confused calling the worldwide celebration global, but there you go. So the worldwide celebration gets his win for this one. So next round is, let's have a look at kind of the co-op campaigns and the Japan versus the global version of the game campaigns. So the worldwide celebration had 3 separate campaigns, which were all really based around stamina, and these gave rewards as a result based on just the total stamina actually consumed. I mean, what's quite embarrassing is that they actually had to extend the timeline for the Escape from the Innards of Boo campaign. They obviously set the bar way too high there, so that obviously shows that people didn't really find this that great, the sort of these co-op campaigns just based on stamina. So I think whereas if you have a look at what they did at the 300 million download celebration, they had one campaign. It did have a special event which you had to do every day, and you get rewards for beating the event along with the JP versus global cumulative base rewards. I think having a special event every day to do rather than based on stamina is a better approach, so I think it's clear that 300 million downloads is the winner of the Japan versus global round. So for the penultimate round, let's look at the other events received during the celebration. So for the 300 million downloads, we got the Eat Up and Fight event, which yielded a total of 70 Dragon Stones over the course of the week. So this event was, you did beat it once a day and you got 10 Dragon Stones in it. You know, you could beat it with any team you like, really. It was really easy and simple to beat. So it was just a way of giving out free stones to everyone. Then we got the limited Chamber of Spirit of Time event. We then also got the Ultimate Life Form special event, which was a special kind of story event which gave extra stones. And then we had the 30th World Tournament. So I'm sure people have their own opinions on the World Tournament. Some people will really like it because it's good for getting extra stones. Other people don't like it because it's far too grindy, so I'm sure everyone's got a view on that. Whereas on the Worldwide Celebration, the extra stages we kind of got where we got the Saiyan Gluttons event, which kind of was a daily event which kind of just provided a meat item as the daily reward. And I think this was good for this celebration only really because the fact that link levels were brand new and global, so people were still doing a lot of link level grinding, so I'm sure really appreciated. Then we also got the launch treasure hunt, which gave it a total of 100 stones, but the drawback was this, that you could only do it once a week over a period of 5 weeks, so that wasn't the best. And then we've got explosive chain battle, which was a brand new mode to global, and we also got the legendary challenge campaign and the Easy 8 awakening of the free-to-play LR Hercule and Boo. Based on like the overall quality of the other events, the 300 million downloads gave more stones from all the extra events, but we did get an awakening for the free-to-play LR and a brand new mode to global for the worldwide celebration. So I think the worldwide celebration just shades this round. So the final round is looking at the new mechanics. So for the 300 million download celebration, we got the exchange mechanic. The idea is you can swap the unit for another unit, and then at some point they switch back to the original unit, just like the LR17 18, which exchanged with Android 16, which was released during the 300 million download celebrations in part 2 for the LR banner. However, most exchange units released since then permanently change the unit. Like the free-to-play Super Saiyan Goku going to Super Saiyan Gohan, there's no way to exchange back from Gohan back to Goku. It means if the exchange is permanent, then it's not really any different to the transformation mechanic. Therefore, in my mind, it's actually questionable. Is this actually a really new mechanic, or is this just like a different way to display the transformation mechanic? Just like how, you know, people wouldn't describe the fusion of Goku and Vegeta becoming Gojira or Goku and Vegeta becoming Vegeta as no different from the transformation mechanic. They describe it the exact same thing. So that's why in my mind the exchange mechanic, if you're not going to exchange back to the original character at some point, like the Android 16 does with 17 and 18, then it's no different from the transformation mechanic. To mention, over the past year, only a handful of units actually have the exchange mechanics, so I don't think you can consider it being a big success like active skills or the transformation mechanic, because it's not really featured on that many units. And then for the worldwide celebration, we got the new partner super attack mechanic, where the unit will launch a special super attack if it's paired with a unit that meet the required criteria. This has been pretty awesome so far, as you can get a special super attack animation along with a more powerful super attack, and it also makes you think about how you're building your teams a little bit more. To be fair, this is pretty hard round to judge, since only time will tell how good the partner super attack mechanic will actually be. But based on the fact that exchange mechanic is being used more like a transformation mechanic, I would say the partner super attack is better than the exchange mechanic from what I can see so far. So then for the final round, in my opinion, goes to the worldwide celebration. So the overall winner of this is the worldwide celebration. It was better than the 300 million download celebrations on my metrics. As a whole, the celebration, if you look from the countdown to the end of part 2 in its entirety, is better than the 300 million download celebration. So why does everyone say it's such a bad celebration? So there are two key reasons for this, in my opinion. The timing of the release of the content. So if we look at this historically, most big two-part celebrations are kind of structured in this kind of way. They have very little content in the countdown, a very packed part 1 to capitalize on the hype, and then they add some new stuff in part 2 of the celebration to go with usually an LR banner. However, this celebration, they tried to spread the content very evenly across the countdown, part 1 and part 2, which this just made all the parts look rather thin on content. The explosive chain battle and the infinite Dragon Ball history stage from the countdown should have been moved into part 1 of the celebration. By having them in the countdown, they also kind of made the main celebration look more hype, since most players would be thinking, look at all the content that's in the countdown, there's going to be loads of stuff to do in the main celebration. Which then there wasn't. There was just not enough content in part 1 to keep people interested. Key reason is for this dryness of content, in my opinion, is actually link levels. This system has made units far too strong, so even the average player can now kind of breeze past challenging content like Extreme Super Battle Road and Infinite Dragon Ball History without much difficulty. I've seen a lot of people saying the 2 new Infinite Dragon Ball History stages were really very simple and they thought they should have been harder. Well, that's probably because everyone's got link level buffs now on their actual teams, making their teams just so much stronger. This is why we never really needed the link level update in the first place, and there were so many other issues for a Cascade to improve first. I've done a previous series on this, and I will leave a link in the description below if any of you want to check it out. Anyway, that was my review of the worldwide celebration. I hope after watching this you can appreciate the worldwide celebration wasn't that bad. It was just maybe badly planned, I guess, in terms of how it was spread. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, and also please remember to subscribe to the channel if you like the content I've been